Said I'm living my best life. Said I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's with my best friend.
Okay, so I'm gonna be telling y'all about the time I snuck out the house. So comment down below whether or not y'all think I got caught. Comment down below now and let me know if you think your girl got caught. So this happened not too long ago, actually. This happened quite a bit before, well, not too long before I came to college. So this was my, I was a senior in high school, and of course I lived at home, but I was early admission, so I didn't really go to high school. I had all my classes at the community college, and I thought I was slick by taking 6-week classes and then not doing nothing for the rest of the semester. So as some of y'all know, I worked. So yeah, basically long story short, your girl thought she was grown. So yeah, so I thought that I was grown in my head. Well, yeah, I thought I was grown in my head, and I was like, okay, me and my friends, we finna go out, which is something that we normally did at the time. So I have a couple of friends in this story, and one of them, you guys might see her. Her name is Keandra. The other one, okay, I guess they just decided to turn on the sprinklers. So one of them, her name is Keandra. The other one, we're just gonna call her Brittany. And the other one, his name is Michael. And Michael's other friend, we're gonna call him Todd. Yeah, so Todd was there. So we're gonna call him Todd. Todd was there. And it was those four and then me. So this is what was going down. So I remember I just got off of work. At the time I was working at Foot Locker. So I had got off of work and we was been planning to go out because this was spring break kickoff, and we were planning to go to Runway. If you're from South Florida, you know what Runway is. You've probably been there. Yeah, so we was we going to Runway. So Runway was the spot because it was about to be spring break, so we knew it was gonna be lit. Alright, and this was when it was at the old Runway location. If y'all know Runway, my South Floridians, if y'all know anything, the old Runway location was lit. So what the plan was Brittany was going to come pick me up from my house, pick up Keandra, and we are going to be at Brittany's house, and Michael was going to come get us. So I'm getting ready. I'm at home. I'm getting ready, y'all. Girl, your girl, I had just watched an Aaliyah J video, and I had did some glitter lids. I had tried to recreate the pink glitter lids tutorial she had. I could put pictures of this in here as well. So I had redid the glitter lids. Face was looking cute. I was like, okay. I was like, yes, yes, yes. I was like, all right, so I'm gonna be cute. I had my hair done, had a cute little see-through outfit. So yeah, so at the time my mom worked late, so she didn't get home till I was about damn near ready. So my mom came home. Like I said, this was a normal occurrence for us. We usually go to Runway, and that was what it was. My mom knew that we would be out there having fun and enjoying ourselves. So my mom gets home and she sees me ready or whatever. And guys, side note, I had a problem. My room was never clean. Back home, me and my mom used to argue so much about my room being clean. We never argued about my grades, about anything else, my room being clean, because my mom, my family's Jamaican, if you guys don't know. So yeah, Jamaicans, they don't play that, gotta be clean. So I was not on that train at the time. So if my room was not clean, my mom hit me with the, yeah, nah, go nowhere. So I was just like, yikes. Anyway, my room was clean. However, I failed to do my laundry that night. So everything's all good. And my mom, she walks into the laundry room and she sees my mountain of laundry. Because another thing, yeah, I was just behind on laundry at the time. Anyway, so she sees my mountain of laundry and she hits me with the, you're not go nowhere. You're not leave this your house tonight. Watch me and you. By that time, Brittany and Keandra were outside. They came inside, and they came in the house, and my mom was like, I'm not going anywhere. My mom was like, nope, she's not going. And I was just like, so I started to fake cry. And I was just like, what the hell? I was so pissed because I was looking so cute, y'all. I was just like, yo, I'm so ready to go out and have fun with my friends, and you're ruining this for me, Mom. So my mom says to us, Jada's not going anywhere and that's final. Okay, so my mom goes in her room and she slams the door. So at that point, Brittany and Keandra are still in my house. So like what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave the house. So I'm like, you know, have Michael come to my house to get me instead of us all three leaving together. So I'm like, I'm gonna leave my house. Like basically I was like, screw what my mom had to say. I was leaving my house. So mind you guys, I'm already basically ready and dressed and my mom's in her room, like not paying me no mind, just mad. So I'm gonna post pictures. I really hope I find these pictures in my phone. I'm gonna find them in some message thread to include to show you guys, like this is like for real, this was serious. So I get the pillows in my bed and I put some pillows underneath the covers. Y'all know, regular pillow body in the bed trick. But I grabbed some of my hair extensions that I wasn't wearing, and I put the hair extensions on the top. So that way if my mom like got up or whatever to like look into my room or whatever to check to see if I was there, she would see like, oh, my hair or whatever and not even think anything of it. So that's what I did, y'all, and I dipped. They called me and I dipped. I don't remember if I went through the front door or what, but all I know is I left and I didn't have them drive in front of my house. Like I went down the street and I went, and I was so scared, you guys, because like I always heard stories as a kid, or I don't know if maybe my grandma told me this to scare me. Anyway, my grandma always used to tell me about like kids who would disobey their parents and then something bad would happen to them. So yes, I was a little paranoid, but let me tell you guys, I had a great time that night. I'm thinking everything's Gucci. I get back home, sneak back into my bed. I think I probably got back home at like almost 5 o'clock the next morning, you guys. I promise you, because we ended up going to Waffle House with Michael's friend Todd, who was there. If you guys want to hear a story time about Todd, then let me know down below. But yeah, some events did go on. But basically, I got back in my bed and I remember I had work the next morning because I think I was working at Foot Locker. I don't know why I'm thinking of Journeys. But yeah, I worked at Foot Locker at the time. So I knew I had work the next morning. So I was like, yes, I'm back in my bed. Had a great time last night. Yeah, that was just a kickoff to spring break. So I'm in my bed or whatever. I go to bed, wake up the next morning. I get ready for work. So I'm cool with my coworkers. So y'all, my god sister texts me. You guys have probably also seen my god sister. She's in my Snapchat when I'm back home on holiday. Her name is Nicole. So yes, that is my baby. So my baby, she texts me. She's how old is she? She's about to be 16. So she texts me and she's like, oh, so you went to the party last night? And I was like, oh yeah. And she was like, oh, my mom was like, no, she didn't. And I was like, what? And then she was like, because we're texting each other, she was like, my mom said that your mom said you didn't go. So at this point, I'm panicking because in the text, my cousin is explaining to me that basically she's going back and forth with her mom. Like, her mom's like, oh, no, Jada didn't go out. And she's like, yes, she did. I seen her on Snapchat, because my dumb ass, I forgot that I had her on Snap, even though, like, I don't care. But I didn't even brief her anything. You know, you got to brief certain people, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. When y'all somewhere y'all not supposed to be and you got that homegirl and you be like, sis, if my mom calls, I'm with you. I don't do that anymore because I don't live at home, but you know what I'm talking about. So I didn't brief her anything. So at that point, I'm kind of panicking. And mind you, I'm at work, and like, if y'all ever worked at a shoe store, if y'all ever worked retail, this was during the holiday times. This was around Christmas time. I'm at work and I'm kind of panicking and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I'm already at work, like stressed by work itself, and then I'm now thinking to myself that I'm potentially about to go home to an ass whooping. Cause honey, like I was 18 years old, but honey, I was not too grown to get my ass beat. Anyway, so yeah, I was panicking. So at that point I'm at work and I couldn't really be on my phone. I was just sneaking like text messages as I'm in the back grabbing shoes. I couldn't get on the phone to call my aunt. Well, not my aunt, my godmom. So finally I get on break and I didn't even go get lunch or anything. I get on the phone and I call my godmother and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? And she's like, so you went to the party? And I was like, yeah, cause like my godmom, I be keeping it real with her. Me and her are pretty close. Like if y'all follow me on Instagram, she's the person who does my hair actually. You guys see me tag her all the time. So I'm just on the phone with her and I'm just like, oh, yeah. She's like, yeah, I told your mom I saw her on Snapchat. So at that point I'm just like, in the arms of the angel. So that's what she's like. I'm just kidding. She was like, I wouldn't do that to you. I love that lady. She was like, I wouldn't do that to you. And I explained to her what I did and she was dying laughing because she told me how my mom was on the phone bragging like,
oh yeah, she didn't go anywhere last night. I don't know how she didn't die in her sleep. Her friends came to the house and everything to get her. No girl, she did not go nowhere.
Psych. So yes guys, the joke was on my mom. I did not get caught. I actually ended up confessing to her that I snuck out and we laughed about it. My mom, like I know what you guys are thinking, like how did she not realize that I left the house? Like, oh, I just spit. Like how did she not realize that I left the house, especially since we had an argument like that? Like I'm not the type to sneak out. Like my mom gave me a lot of freedom when I was in high school because I did like what I was supposed to do as far as school wise. I had a job, I was pretty responsible. So like my mom never really, I told you guys, my room being clean was her only issue with me. So it wasn't really like I was like, I don't know, that rebellious. I just wanted to go somewhere and I went, I guess. So yeah, when I told her, we laughed about it and yeah, I showed her the pictures and it was what it was. But that was the story. So shout out to, you know, people who I mentioned in this story, if that's their real names or not. But anyway, you guys, comment down below if you want the second part to the story about Todd, who I mentioned. Things do get a little bit juicy, so let me know down below if you guys want that. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so we can make this friendship last. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can stay connected. See you guys.